as you guys kind of take a shift here with the new offense and just taking that next step as your guys' program continues to develop?
Well, I mean, that's just college football. I mean, you have turnover every year, and that's why, it's so important that you recruit well and not just, you're not just getting talented players, but you're getting the right players and guys that fit your culture, guys that are going to be guys that love football. I mean, I think that's the one thing. These guys love football. The one thing about this class that we just signed, it's probably the closest signing class that maybe we've brought in. And when I say close, I'm talking about these guys were truly a group chat, all that stuff, all year. I mean, just unbelievably close group. And I've seen that just carry into, everything they've done this spring. They're about their business. These guys came here to win a national championship. I mean, that's just... And I love that about them. They have high goals. They believe in themselves. They're really talented. They all have good self-awareness and know that they have a lot of work to do. They're eager to be coached. They're incredibly coachable, and that they really do listen. I mean, they've responded in all the areas of the program. So when you have a group that's talented like that's really just full of energy and bought in, because there's strength in numbers, a lot of them. I mean, it's not like 3 guys showed up here. It's 15 guys, and these are high-level dudes, but they're high-level people. And man, you can't help but grab some enthusiasm from that, and it's very contagious. So it's been fun.
It says a lot about your older guys too, though, that they can see that.
Oh yeah.
And embrace it rather than be like, listen, pipsqueak,
No.
Because that kind of stuff can happen too in a locker room, and so it says something about the guys you also have in the locker room too.
Absolutely, and that's just the culture that we have here. I mean, you got guys like Tyler Davis. I mean, you got 7 of those guys who came back for 5th and 6th years that for extra eligibility, and game knows game, and bull crappers know bull crappers as well. And so these guys. This is a mature group. We've got it's a good mixture of some really savvy, experienced dudes, and some really just, eager, enthusiastic, young, talented guys that just can't wait to go compete. And the one thing about those young guys is they haven't come in here with an arrogance. They haven't come in here with this mentality that hey, they're supposed to play or whatever. They've just jumped in line, but they don't take a back seat to anybody. And that's what I like about them. And they're just, this group, there's a lot of natural leaders in this group. And these older guys that have been in this program, they know who we are, and they respect that. So it's really good. And it's not just that group. I mean, that sophomore group, like a guy like Cade, I mean, those guys, they see that. And then that junior group, Shipley, Maffa, Trotter, Carter, that's a pretty good group, all through there as well. Rennie, and it's a talented group, but a bunch of guys that I think, we got some good leaders in there.
Do you like how your second team offensive line sort of sometimes move those guys off the ball a little bit?
Yeah, it was fun. They're out there competing. And again, I think we only had 4 D tackles in the game today. So Peter Woods had to play about every snap, every team. But they did a really good job. And it was fun to see Dominique in particular. Kind of find some of those gaps and punish some of those tacklers. But I thought for the most part, I'm anxious to watch the tape because, again, especially with the young guys, and see how, guys like Big Zach, Big Ian, he had to miss the last scrimmage, so to get him back. Mitchell Mays had to miss a little time. This was his first scrimmage, and since we got back from break as well. So, good to see a lot of those guys getting some good work.
With spring done now, what kind of unanswered questions or concerns do you have that you want to get resolved, in the fall?
We just got to get healthy. We got to get everybody back. That's the biggest thing. Just get complete. And we're not far from there. I mean, again, everybody that's been out has been just lingering stuff and postseason stuff that, like Root could probably play today. And I asked him that today. I said, how you feel? He said, I can play today. And I mean, that's great. So if we were starting spring ball next week, he probably would have had a different deal. But the timing of things and where we are, like J. Lou, we knew we had to do surgery on him, but he got 7 practices in, and then we did the surgery because we wanted to get half of it in. Sheridan, JP, Venables, Trey, Rook, XT. We got a lot of guys. Adam, Bo, Stellato. So they're all doing really, really well. So that's the main thing. Just complete our team so that we can go put it all together on the field.
guess just to clarify on Venables, what's the reason he's been out?
It's just hammy. He's just been battling that hamstring.
And Miles Oliver, is that
But that was probably, I don't know, first week of spring. He was a spring injury, but he'll be back at some point. But he was a early spring. I think he might be him, and we had a walk-on kid that got hurt. Might be our only major spring injuries.
I guess Peter Woods, we talked a lot about him. If he's a plug-and-play guy, how close is Stefan Green to being somebody who can be in that mix?
Not far. He's not ready to play multiple positions yet. Like Peter, I think Peter can play anywhere. Literally, I think he can play end. I think he can play 5 technique. I think he can play 3. I think he can play nose. I think he can play anywhere, and I think mentally he's ready for that. Steph Island is explosive. He loves football. He's tough as they come, but he's still grabbing on to the totality of the defense. That's probably the biggest difference right now. Is just I think Peter's a little bit more, could go play. And Steph body type wise could do some of those things, but I think we just got to continue to bring him on a little bit from a scheme standpoint.
Anything else?
All right.
Are you the Raptor?